Hi, and welcome to Just Another Monday with Connie. Today I am going to be talking about cotton yarn. So that's going to be the topic for today. And I want to welcome those that will be watching the replay. And if you do watch the replay, please leave a comment. Let me know. Also, if you have any questions to do with cotton yarn, feel free to ask, or if I ask any questions, feel free to answer those questions in the comment section. So please leave, those that are watching currently, please leave a comment in the chat so I know you're here. So how is everyone doing today? And what are y'all working on? Let's see, we have Anita in the house. And for those that don't know, her goat just had a sweet little baby male goat. And I believe Anita has decided to call him Little Bisky after the biscuit. Hi, Julia. How are you doing? And what are you currently working on? Anita just woke up. Oh, so you did take your nap. I took a nap yesterday. And I slept in yesterday, too. I don't know. I've been more sleepy lately. Let's see. We also have Angela's here, and she's finishing up her scarf. How are you today, Angeles? Yeah, today I'm going to be working on the bod shawl that I've been working on. I'm almost to the black part of the skein, so I'm getting closer. I would love to get it finished. I know it won't happen this week, but I'm hoping maybe for next Crochet Tuesday. But it's probably going to take me an extra week from there. We'll see what happens. Julia says working on putting square, I guess putting them together, I guess. But yeah, tomorrow I'll be going back to my knitting. And hopefully I can get that shawl finished soon too. I'm on a shawl kick right now. So, is it cold where you're at today? My computer's saying it's 12 degrees Celsius, but I think it's in the 40s, maybe 50s. Let's see. Actually, it's 55 right now. But inside my house, it is cold. So yeah, we're going to be talking about cotton yarns today. I'm going to give it probably about 10 more minutes before we get into the subject. Kind of let everyone get settled in. Let's see, Angela says she's doing well. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Oh yeah, and the biscuit says hello. Hello. And Allie and Sophie say meow. And Allie was claiming the computer chair today a couple of times. Anita says, yes, she's cold. It's like, it really isn't that cold per se temperature-wise here. But it is just freezing in the house today. Yeah, my babies have been something else. I got kissies from both Allie and Sophie today. Sophie don't usually give me kissies. She's more of a biscuit making cat. Let's see. Morshali's here. Hi, Morshali. How are you today? And what are you working on? Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, a couple of days ago, I made the big 2K. I was all excited when I saw it reach 2K. Let's see. Oh, Julia's working on putting squares together that she had laying around for 2 blankets using Tiffany Hansen single crochet to join them. Sweet. Yeah, I'm still waiting for my Velrita order to come in. Because I want to use that on my next shawl patterns that I'll be doing, but they're taking a while to come in. It's stuck in customs in Chicago. Hi, Joy. How are you? And what are you working on? So, have y'all used cotton yarn before? More than likely, I figure most people have. But let me know if you've used cotton yarn and what have you made with cotton yarn. Um, I've I think the only thing I've made with cotton yarn is shawls. Let's see, Marshall says, I'm not working on anything right now. I keep starting projects and pulling it out. Any tips or advice? Um, so what's making you decide to frog your projects, Marshall? Um, you might want to try to do something small or maybe find something more fun to work on. And I like what you're asking what I've been working on. For crochet, I've been working on Bago Days Killer Queen shawl. And for knitting, I've been working on the Pretty as a Peacock shawl. Anita says she's worked with cotton yarn. Angela says it's 6 Celsius here in Yonkers, New York, and the sun is out. Yeah, our sun is out too here. Um, Julia says she's made 64 dishcloths for Christmas presents last year. They were knitted. Sweet. Um, yeah, cotton is really good for dishcloths. That's one thing it is really excellent for. Um, and one thing when it comes to dishcloths, do not use acrylic yarn for dishcloths. Cotton is your go to. So, are y'all ready to get started talking about cotton? So, with cotton yarn, it is soft, soft, breathable, and versatile. So that makes cotton, really, really good fiber to use for a lot of different things. Oh, hi, Melanie and Shatika. How are y'all? And what are y'all working on? Marshall says, I think it's because I can't see the project before losing my vision. I was more of a visual crocheter. Hmm. You might want to talk to Froggy and Thriss because I know they don't have too good a vision, so they could probably relate better to you on that. Um, but I don't know. I would probably try to do something small, maybe like a headband, dishcloth, something simple and easy. Hi, Lauren. How are you? And also Margaret. How are you? And what are y'all working on? Shatika is crocheting a baby hood cardigan. Ooh, nice. And when y'all finish y'all projects, I would love to see pictures of y'all finished projects. And I can also include them in my finished projects video that I do on the 15th of every month. Let's see. I was fixing to get started on the subject, but I see more people joining in, so I might give it a few more minutes to get started just to see if others join in the next few minutes. But yeah, I got that going on. Oh, tomorrow's going to be Crochet Tuesday, so y'all get to see the progress of my shawl um, and hear about what my kitties have been up to. uh, let's see. Margaret says, I'm fine. I'm working on a lot this month. Ooh, busy girl. Yeah, Marshally, Anita's asking what projects have you been frogging? And Lauren says, I'm working at the moment, but my main project right now is a pink shade granny square blanket. Ooh, I love pink. Hi, Tank. How are you? And what are you working on? Shatika says, I love the background. Makes me want to get some hot cocoa. Oh, thank you. But I'm glad it's not this cold and all where I'm at. I'm cold enough as it is. But yeah, that's my green screen. So it's not the background's not real. It's a picture. Poor Anita. She's having trouble with Tank. Either autocorrect's getting her or she's hitting the wrong keys. Now she's got it. um, Margaret says 5 projects, and Tank says I'm working on mandala squares for boho ponchos. Ooh, sweet. Oh, Morsley says she don't like doing small projects. I get bored with small projects. And I'm the opposite. I get bored with big projects. Um, well, really, it's blankets I get bored with. I love doing shawls. Anita says she had to put her glasses on. All right. So we're going to get into the topic of cotton yarn. And like I said earlier, cotton yarn is a soft, breathable, and it's versatile. And let me know what y'all have made using cotton yarn. So cotton yarn, it's a plant-based fiber. It consists of unicellular hairs attached to the cotton plant seed. So for those of y'all that are vegan, this is a good alternative. And it's also a good alternative for those that have wool allergies. So who has wool allergies? Let me know in the comments. Let's see. Lauren says, give me a blanket over a headband or a hat any day. See, I love making hats. My go-to is usually shawls, beanies, and amigurumis. Tank says, I get bored with boring projects. Morsley says, a frog day, boho cardigan granny square, the Wednesday Adams crochet vest. Oh, I'm going to have to check that out. I didn't know they had that. Julia says, I just went to Hobby Lobby and I got some new hooks I'm trying out to do a review on. Ooh. Lauren says she'd rather chop her fingers off than touch cotton. So, so what don't you like about cotton, Lauren? Margaret says, I get impatient with large projects, but this year I'm challenging myself to do them. Awesome. And it's always a good idea to challenge yourself. Step out of your comfort zone. That's how you learn. Um, Tank says, I love working with number 1 or number 2 cotton blend. I make my fancy smancy shawls with yarn. And we have Steel Sky here. How are you doing today, Steel Sky? And what are you working on? And what is your first name, Steel Sky? Tank says she has allergies of wool, over 30% wool. And Steel Sky does too. She has a wool sensitivity. She can work with it for a little bit. Yeah, I feel for y'all that have the wool sensitivities. Okay, Lauren's saying it's a sensitivity. I'm sorry, it's a sensory thing. It just feels horrible over my fingers. One day I might find one I can tolerate. All right. So with cotton, you have different types of cotton yarn. And of course, you have 100% cotton, which is cotton. And these are some 100% cotton yarns right here. I love the colors on this one. And this is a Yarn Bee Sugar Will Cotton, and the color is Zestwicious. And here's another one that's 100% cotton. This is one of Melissa with Crochet in Agreements, hand dyed yarn. I got it in cotton. Let's see. Let's see. Tank saying y'all all know the how do you say it? Prim hooks. Everyone pronounces it incorrectly. It's pronounced prime. Yeah, I just mispronounced it. Okay, so Still Sky is Crystal, and she's working on a hat for a cousin. Margaret says, I don't enjoy using cotton because it's really hard for me to use it with hooks. Any suggestions? See, I know like the cotton I'm using on my shawl, well, I think it's 60% cotton, 40% acrylic. I find that the way it is, it wants to kind of split. So it's like, because it's like more the threads. So I have to kind of, play with that. I'm trying to think of what might help. If any of y'all have some recommendations for Margaret, let her know in the chat. Or if someone watches the replay that has a good suggestion. Let's see. Tank says, I can use superwash merino and then only a couple of hours a day. Morshally don't like cotton. I prefer working with acrylic. I feel my stitches better with acrylic than cotton. Wow, a lot of y'all don't like cotton. Hi Aisha, how are you today? And what are you working on? Yeah, Lauren says she pronounces it prim. See, I would have never guessed that was supposed to be prime. Morsley says it's like a checkered design. She has a series on Netflix, and in it she has a lot of crochet and knitted pieces that's popular right now. Yeah, I knew about Wednesday being on Netflix, and the dance has become really, really popular. I see the little videos of it everywhere. People trying to do the dance. Let's see. Tank says 100% cotton yarn makes her hands tired. Aw. Tank says I like one-stranded cotton. Let's see. Oh, we have Sindy here. Hi, Sindy. How are you today? And what are you working on? Let's see. Lauren says, I may try cotton, bamboo, or acrylic cotton sometime. I'd like to touch it first, though. Yeah, there's something about touching yarn, especially when it's soft yarn. Crystal says, I use the prime style hooks exclusively on cotton. The head style works better for me. So that may be something you want to try, Margaret. Let's see. Margaret says, oh, I'm in 100% cotton. I just need to know what kind of hooks are good to use. And Anita's asking Margaret if she's tried different brands of cotton. She don't like working with the ones that are not as soft. Okay. But yeah. So like I said, with the different type of cottons, you have the 100% cotton. Then there's a mercerized cotton. And that's a fiber that it's chemically treated. And then when you do the mercerized cotton, the process of doing that, it makes it stronger and more durable. And it's also more absorbent to dyes. And unfortunately, it's less absorbent. I can't talk today. Less absorbent of water. And you know how like cotton tends to be good for like towels, washcloths. So if it's mesmerized, it's not going to be as good for holding the water in. And it makes it more smooth and lustrous. um, and and it is higher quality. Then you have the Pima cotton, and the fibers are longer than cotton fibers. And the Pima cotton, it's softer, it's stronger, and it's longer lasting. And it is more luxurious and better quality. And it tends to be super soft and smooth. And then you also have Egyptian cotton, which a lot of people love Egyptian cotton sheets. But Egyptian cotton, it's extra long fibers and it's grown in Egypt. Then you have Mako cotton, which there's really not a lot of information that I found on it. Um, it's basically similar to Egyptian cotton. It has the extra long fibers and it's produced in Upper Egypt. And then you have organic cotton. And of course, that's cotton that's grown organically, no pesticides and all that. Um, and of course, it's kinder to the environment. And the best cotton fibers are Prima or Egyptian cotton. So, have y'all tried Egyptian cotton? Has anyone tried it? I haven't. Let's see what everyone's saying. Sindy says, I am working on my neighbor's Afghan she ordered. Still have 2 skeins of yarn to add to my daughter's blanket and did a few of the bag o' day motif to learn that. Yeah, Sindy had sent me a picture of it. That's beautiful. I love the colors that you have, like especially in the inside. Let's see. Oh, hi Brenda. How are you? And what are you currently working on? We're talking about cotton yarn today. Anita says she hasn't tried Egyptian cotton. And Crystal says if you have a Hobby Lobby, they have some with flowers on the side that are affordable. Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right. So, things that you can make with cotton yarn, like I mentioned earlier, towels, because cotton is very I can't talk. Absorbent. I can't say that word today. To water. And you can also make rugs, pillows, market bags, washcloths. Same thing. It absorbs the water. Pot holders. And that's one thing. Like with pot holders, you really want it to be cotton because don't use acrylic for pot holders. It tends to like melt and you'll burn yourself. Dishcloths, baby blankets, baby clothes, booties, and of course, cotton is very much known for wearables such as tanks, tees, tunics, pullover or cardigan, and sweaters. So, what have you made with cotton yarn? Let me know what all y'all have made. Let's see. Brenda's working on a commission mouse in a suitcase. Oh, that sounds like it's going to be cute. And also, cotton yarn is available in a wide variety of weights, textures, and colors. So, you got a lot of option with cotton yarn. Let's see. Crystal says she's done face cloths and face scrubbies. Nice. Like I said, I've done some shawls with cotton, but not now. I know like the shawl I'm currently making, it's not 100% cotton. It has some acrylic with it. Anita says she's done dish towels, amigurumis, baby bonnets. Nice. And with cotton, you have pros and cons to cotton. But let's see, Margaret's saying kitchen scrubby and baby bibs and washcloths. Brenda's made Swiffer covers. Ooh. Tank says Mako cotton is produced in Upper Egypt, spun from a long staple fiber to develop a very fine premium quality cotton. The finest grade Mako has the unique and rare ability of being spun into a much, Tank must still be typing, a much finer and stronger form compared to any other existing cotton in the world. Yeah, the site I went to didn't have a lot of information on the Mako. Let's see. So we're going to get into the pros of cotton yarn. Typically it is machine washable, but I would always read the washing instructions on the label. And I would probably do more of a delicate cycle when it comes to washing. And typically you can put it in the dryer too. But again, if I did that, I would probably put it on a low heat. But again, read the label. Really, it's probably better to hang dry than to put it in the dryer. That's my opinion. But you don't have to worry about the shrinkage. That's one nice thing. And cotton is durable. It takes a beating like few other fibers. And it is hold on. I can't read my note. Okay, I'm sorry. It is hard wearing and it resists breakage. So it's very durable. And it's breathable. Cotton doesn't hold in heat. It breathes nicely. And like I've been saying, it's very absorb. I cannot say absorbent. Frank's laughing at me. It holds water, which makes it perfect for dishcloths, towels, and coasters. And it is vegan friendly since it's not animal related. It's a plant. Then the cons. It's one of the heaviest fibers, which tends to make it unsuitable for large projects. So it tends to be better for smaller things. Then it stretches. So this is not the fiber to use for things like socks or snug beanies. And that's actually something that I found that out yesterday. I didn't know that. Because like how I have this hank of yarn, I was always thinking I'd probably make socks with it. But socks is a bad idea for cotton. So I'm going to have to decide what I'm going to use this one for. What I have enough of it for. Let's see. Tank saying, I make kitchen stuff with 100% cotton. My shawls, I like cotton blend. Yeah, there's so much different things when it comes to, what you can use cotton for, but overall it is very versatile. The main things is, stuff that you don't want to stretch out. That's the only thing really you can't use it with. Let's see. Tank says Giza cotton is one of the highly rated cotton fibers of the Egyptian cottons. It has the uniformity index of 88.5, due to which it is capable of producing a supreme quality and a soft fabric when woven. See, that's one that like the sources I went to didn't mention the Giza cotton. But yeah, if y'all have any helpful information about cotton, feel free to share it. Your experiences with cotton, you know, which different cotton, different types of cotton have you used? Let's see, we have Kim here. Hi, Kim. How are you doing today? And what are you currently working on? We're talking about cotton yarn today. Anita saying Tank is a walking encyclopedia. Yeah, she knows a lot about cotton. She might ought to be up here. Tank saying I let my finger do the walking. Um, Another thing that cotton is good for, it's good for stuffed toys because it's hyperallergenic and it can be disinfected because typically you can throw it in the washer. So it's a lot cleaner option for toys you make for children. Let's see. Kim saying I am currently working on standing in line to buy groceries. Stay away from the eggs. Eggs are ridiculous how much they are now. I mean, that's just crazy. Like Frank loves eggs, and like we've got, we stopped buying them because they're just too expensive. So when it comes to caring for cotton, you can wash most cotton, like I said earlier. You can also hand wash and lay it flat to dry. And typically you can iron cotton, but I would pay attention to what the label says to make sure it's okay to iron what you wore. And you don't want to flatten the stitches though when you iron it. It's really best to steam iron. And another thing is it blocks well. You can either steam block or you can wet block it. Let's see. Kim says I don't really use cotton that much, but when I do use cotton for chemo hats and any kind of related project from someone going through chemotherapy, I tend to go to Cascades Ultra Prima cotton. Ooh, nice. So when y'all use cotton yarn, what type of cotton yarn do y'all usually use? What brand of yarn? Yeah, Brenda's saying $8 a dozen. And you see, typically Frank would always get the 5 dozen boxes from Walmart, and they've hit over $20. And it's just like, not that long ago, they were like $6, $7. Lauren says it's been really difficult to get hold of eggs recently. Yeah, now it's like you need to get your own chickens and have them lay eggs. Let's see. Yeah, Anita says get some chickens, $6 a dozen here. Tank says also for children allergic to things. You can put the items in plastic, then in the freezer for 24 hours, and it will kill things that cause allergic reactions. Oh, that's good to know. Let's see. Tank says eggs went from $2.96 to $4.96 overnight. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's crazy, and I know there were times that you could get the 5 dozen boxes for $5, and that wasn't that long ago. Within like the last 5 years or so, maybe a little longer. Tank likes to use the Hobie cotton cakes. Yeah, Hobie has some nice ones. Hobie has such beautiful yarn. Crystal says I used to do the mercerized cotton just because it's very readily available to me and it's mostly hypergenic. So yeah, let me know what types of cotton yarns y'all like. Do y'all like the yarn bee? The There's the Hobie. Ooh, the ice yarn. Ice yarn has some cotton ones. Ice yarn has a lot of beautiful yarn too. Let's see. Kim says if I'm making washcloths, then I tend to try to get the Pix cotton when it's on sale, just because it's usually a pretty good price and it's really really soft. And Kim also says she likes Hobby Lobby's cotton. That I love this cotton, but it it you have oh I guess it tends to the color tends to run because she's saying to be careful and do a test before you go washing. Oh yeah, Tank. The yarn art and the yarn art moonlight flowers. And where I find is the cheapest place to get those type of yarns is Vilrita. I'm gonna type it in the chat. Vilrita.com. They have like really good prices. Now the shipping is higher because it's out of the country, but even with the shipping, it's still cheaper than like, you see it from other places. Oh, hey Regina, how are you doing today? And what are you currently working on? Julia says she loves this cotton from Hobby Lobby. Tank says Hobby Lobby 24/7, or I love this cotton, but I like one weight much more. Yeah, I love like with this lower weighted yarn. It seems like it gives projects more kind of detail, and I don't know. I I've grown more and more on the lower weights of yarn, um, especially knitting. I love like lace work and knitting. Now crochet. Right now, I'm currently working on my first project using number two weighted yarn, but I'm probably going to be doing some shawls in number one weighted yarn too coming up. Let's see. Kim says my comment was supposed to say if I'm making washcloths, I try to buy knit picks when it's on sale because it's soft. Kim's having fits with autocorrect. Yeah, autocorrect loves doing that. Um, Regina's working on housework and coffee. Sweet. Tank saying, I have a really special sweet friend that gives me the cotton yarns free because I make the shawls to give away in my lives. Oh, awesome. You got the hookup, Tank. Yeah, no, Tank donated, I, th- I think it was a poncho. It was either a poncho or a shawl to one of the winners on my potiversary. Kim says Hobby Lobby. I love this cotton, but it bleeds easily. Yeah, that's one thing. Because a lot of times, like whenever I get like with clothing, like if I get something new, I usually tend to wash it separately or hand wash it to make sure it don't bleed. Let's see. Um, so have y'all made a lot of cotton washcloths? Because I know that's one of the most popular things, or like some of the cotton tanks and tees and stuff like that. Are those things that y'all have ever made? I really haven't done anything like what I consider like true clothing. Um, I've never made t-shirts, sweaters, except a dog sweater. But I did that in acrylic. Julia says she has. Awesome. Crystal says the washcloths are my core projects. And that is one thing I have thought about maybe trying to do. It's a tutorial on washcloths. Try to find like a pretty stitch and do a tutorial. I don't know. I really need to do some stuff with tutorials. Um, I haven't been doing as much with it lately. I need to get back into it. But I don't know. It's like tutorials I find are so time consuming. And I don't know. I know for me, it takes me longer to do tutorials. I know some people can just whip them out like that. And I'm like, I'm not that person. Joyce has a lot of knitted washcloths and crochet hot, hot, I guess hot pads, or I guess that's what you mean. For gifts. Yeah. Oh, hi, Pamela. How are you today? And what are you working on? She said she did for Christmas. So I know some of y'all earlier were saying y'all not that big of a fan of cotton. So I want to know who likes cotton and who doesn't. um, but I do think cotton is real pretty for shawls. I think this will make such a pretty shawl. Oh, hey, Jamie. How are you doing today? And what are you working on? And Trish, too. How are you and what are you working on? Yeah, let me know if y'all like cotton yarn or not, and what y'all have made with cotton yarn. Let's see. Pamela says, I did for Christmas. I made towel and washcloth sets. Regina's made dishcloths. Trish says, I love cotton, especially a cotton mix. Oh, we have Diane here too. Hi, Diane. How are you? And what are you working on? And she likes cotton, especially Cotton Kings. Yeah, the Hobie yarn. Yeah, Hobie really does have beautiful cotton yarns. Pamela says, me neither. You see, I only did one, laughing out loud. Crystal says it's yarn. I'll work with it. I just have to change how I work because of the fibers. And Trish says, I am working on I think this autocorrect got a hold of what you said. Because it looks like Seach of the Appa he tears pattern. So like I said, I think autocorrect got a hold of your pattern. Oh. Lauren says, so far not a fan. Pamela's only used peaches and cream. I never used anything else. Joy says, I also use cotton thread for doilies in amigurumi. Yeah, I was saying that earlier, how with amigurumis, like children's toys, cotton is a good fiber to use because it's hypoallergenic, and you typically can wash cotton too. Let's see. Apache Tears. Okay, that's the name of it. We also have Shirley, and oh, I know your name. I know it. I think it's Corrine. Is it Corrine? Let me know if I'm right or not, Amigurumi Ninja. I think your name is Corrine. For some reason, I always have trouble remembering your name. I'm sorry. But how are y'all? And what are y'all working on? Shirley says, I've only ever made washcloths and pot holders. I think I got it right. She said, yay. Kim says, I don't really do tutorials just because there's so many tutorials online. If someone asks me for one, I will make it. But other than that, not something I want to do. Yeah. See, I just find like whenever I try to film tutorials, I end up having to keep going back because I'm like, oh, I forgot to mention this, or and then sometimes like the filming doesn't go right. So I am a lot better at it, but I know sometimes it is easy to go out of camera range. Um, and it's more of an awkward angle. Let's see. Shirley says only ever use peaches and cream. To didn't know you can make other things out of it. Oh yeah. Let me go over. I had mentioned this earlier in the live, but some of the good things to make with cotton, you can make towels, rugs, pillows, market bags, washcloths, pot holders, dishcloths, baby blankets, baby clothes, booties, and of course your wearables like tanks, tees, tunics, pullover or cardigan sweaters, shawls is one. Um, the things that it's not good for, like socks, is you don't want to do socks with cotton because cotton stretches. So anything that stretches, you don't want to use cotton for. Let's see. Where was I? I lost my spot. Oh, okay. Sindy says, I have done towels and pot holders with cotton, thinking about trying a set of kitchen curtains with cotton yarn. Ooh, I never thought about kitchen curtains. That would be cool. Pamela says she made 3 tank tops. They are on her channel. Sweet. I think Shirley's saying she's working on a scrappy blanket right now. Pamela says she wants to try Pima cotton. And that's one thing too. Are there certain types of cottons that you want to try, like the Pima cotton, Egyptian cotton, Mako cotton? Let's see, mercerized cotton, or any of those things that you want to try. Tank says she made 2 tops out of cotton blend. Corinne says she's working on John Boy's easy scarf for her grandson. Ooh, sweet. I'm doing good, Corinne. Oh, Pamela says she made hot pads too. Tank also likes comfy cotton from Lion Brand. Joy says I wouldn't use peaches and cream for wearables. Yeah, I find peaches and cream is kind of more stiffer. Let's see, we have Lisa here. Hi, Lisa. How are you doing today? And what are you working on? Tank says, I can't remember who went on your live, but if I make them a boho poncho, it's in acrylic. The shawls are mostly cotton, sometimes acrylic. Yeah, well, I don't have my notebook that I have it written down, but I can't remember offhand who your winner was. I just know that. Well, I had one person that never contacted me. Everyone else did, and I forwarded their information over. And the funny thing is, I had the person's email that didn't contact me, and I sent them an email, never heard back. Let's see. Tank says, I can't. Oh, I just read that. Sorry. Jamie says she's off the phone for now. What's up? We're talking about cotton yarn. Sindy says I have a scrappy blanket and I add to every time I finish a project and have scraps. That's a cool idea to do. Oh, you're making little Bisky a sweater, Anita? Oh my. Yeah, Anita's goat just had a little baby goat. It's so cute. She did a couple of shorts on it. So y'all can see him if you go to his channel. Go to her channel in the short section. Yeah, I convinced her to call the goat Little Bisky after the biscuit. So is Cora calling it Little Biscuit? Okay, Tank saying it was. Yeah, I think it was Sindy. With Life in Your Entangled. Jamie says cotton is her favorite. Tank says she wants a shawl, but since she lives in Colorado, I'll use acrylic as it's thicker. And Shirley says she's trying to use up her scraps, but your way would definitely keep it under control. See, I tend to use my scraps to stuff amigurumis. Pamela says I'm working with Lion Brand Comfy Cotton Blend now for a bod hat. I've never done any of Bagoday's hats. I always go to her shawls. I love her shawls. Hi Chris, how are you and what are you working on? Oh, thank you. That's something we don't really see in my area. And when it does snow, our snow is more like an icy snow. It don't look all pretty like this. Hi Nancy, how are you? And what are you working on? She likes using I Love This Cotton for her amigurumis. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else I can mention about cotton. I pretty much went everything that I had notes on. But like I said, I'm just kind of curious. What are y'all preferences? What don't you like with cotton? Those type of things. Favorite type of cotton yarn? What you've made with them? Let's see. Nancy says I'm making a Funko Pop inspired amigurumi. Oh, that sounds interesting. Let's see. But yeah, see, I'm doing the Bag O' Days Killer Queen shawl, and I think mine. I think it's 60% cotton and 40% acrylic. Um, which is a beautiful yarn. Like I said, I love Hobby Lobby stuff. Not Hobby Lobby, Hobie. It's close. um, Hobie has just such beautiful yarns. Um, like some of my favorite ones that I always drool over is the Universe ones from Hobie. Let's see. Corrine says I prefer acrylic yarn for amigurumi because it can be brushed after to make floofy tooth. What's floofy tooth? That is one thing I am curious. You know how like with amigurumis with the hair, how like sometimes you can like brush the yarn and get it like real straight. Is there a certain fiber that really works with? Because I've tried doing it with acrylic and I could never get it straight. It always had like a wave to it. Okay, Nancy said she posted a picture on her Instagram. Cindy says, um, if you want a water yarn for a heavier shawl, try Loops and Threads Charisma 5 weight. Yeah, let us know, Nancy, your Instagram handle so we can find your picture. Pamela says, I don't like socks. Like you said, it stretches. Yeah, socks typically, sock yarn, wool typically works best with socks. But for cotton doesn't do well with socks. Okay, Nancy, it's Little Treasures by Nancy. It's the same name. Tank says, I've got 3 cotton cakes in my court from Hobie this morning. I have 40 more hours to decide if I want it. I'd be a bad influence, Tank. I'd be like, do it, do it, do it. Dre says wool or natural fibers work best for brushing. Okay. Yeah, because I wasn't really sure. Actually, the brush, I think it was plastic bristles on the brush that I used. Actually, I've never played Hobie Bingo. I keep saying I will, and I always forget about it. Tank says she likes chunky. I prefer 3 or less usually. Oh, she don't like chunky. Yeah, I tend to like 4 and under for weighted. I'm not big on the chunky yarns. Oh, you never ordered yarn from online, Nancy? See, I tend to order online because the only place in my town to get yarn is Walmart. You have to go like 45 minutes to an hour away to hit the yarn stores. And usually it's just easier to order online. But I love Hirschner's. I've ordered from Hirschner's a good bit. I've ordered from Mary Maxim before, Joann's, but what I don't like about Joann's is you have to be careful because sometimes it's like they'll put a hold on the amount when they initially take it out or when you do the purchase. And then whenever they go to ship, they'll take the actual amount out. And for a while there, it's basically taking it out twice. You got to wait for them to release the original, where they held it. And I have heard people say that, like, they've had trouble with them releasing it. That they don't, that they didn't release it and they had to contact, you know, Joann's and the bank and just a big mess. So I'm not as fast to order from Joann's anymore since they did that to me. Let's see. And I just recently ordered from Vilrita. They carry like the Elise yarn art, and they're really cheap with their prices. At least like what I ordered. You get a lot of yardage. Now the shipping is a little higher, but even with the shipping, it comes out cheaper than what I find other sites charge for those type of yarns. So I don't know. I found out about Vilrita through Bag O' Day. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Tank says Hobie has such good sales on Bingo Day. I'm gonna have to pay attention to that because I've never actually ordered from Hobie yet. I keep saying I will, but I never have. I'm always like, oh, I want to catch the sale, and then when it's on sale, I don't have the money for it, and whenever I have the money, it's not on sale. Let's see, Kim says, with cotton and making wearables, doing a swatch is a must because one needs to account for the growing that naturally happens with wear. Joy says, I use a metal dog brush or a fine tooth comb. See, I know we have a cat comb that we had gotten for the cats. Don't know where I put it at though. Chris says, I've not done Hobie Bingo since they swapped it to Monday. And now he doesn't get the yarn sale link. Tank says the only reason she likes to play is for the sale. And Tank don't like Joann's. Yeah, because Joann's made me mad whenever they did that. Because next thing I know, they took it out the second time without releasing the first, the initial. And I had to wait a few days for it to finally release. Chris says, I'll have to see if I can open the app to get to the sale. I still have $30 credit. Ooh, sweet. Pamela says, if the bingo was still on Sunday, I would watch, but it moved to Monday and at 11 a.m., so I quit. Yeah, that is true too, Tank. Joann's is bad for shipping your order from different places, and that makes your die lots different. Or you order something and they're out of stock of it. They're bad for that. Crystal says, I lost 2 balls of yarn from Hobie. It was lost after it arrived in the U.S. That stinks. Let's see. Yeah, Sindy saying Joanne's is always out of stock of what she wants and color choices. The one thing that I like about Joanne, I like the big twist yarn and the solid colors. Where I had, I was getting that from them, but now I think I'm gonna start going elsewhere for the solid color yarns. So it used to be it was so much cheaper, and now it's like the prices have just gone up and up and up. Well, granted, prices on pretty much everything have gone up and up and up. Oh, yeah. Tank says some of Hobie goes for 50% off. But yeah, like I said, the universe yarn. I think those are gorgeous. I love the color combinations and the sparkle. But the cotton yarns too are gorgeous. The cakes, pretty beautiful for shawls. Kim says I have ordered several times from Hobie. I have my Black Friday haul I have to film this week and get it up on the channel. Noni May's here. Hi, Noni May. How are you? And what are you working on? Let's see. Kim says, I love bingo on Mondays because it keeps me busy when I buy groceries. Okay, Tank's saying I can also buy a metal brush at the hardware brushes. Corinne says, I buy a lot of my yarn from the Knitting Network here in the UK. Great value, very nice yarn, and lots of great ideas. Oh, hi, Lisa. How are you? And what are you working on? Yeah, for those that are just joining us, we've been talking about cotton yarn. Um, so I'm curious, do you like using cotton yarn? Have you used cotton yarn? What have you made with cotton yarn? Um, what type of brands of cotton yarn you like using? Let's see. Pamela says if you get an account with Hobie, you get points to get things too. Yeah, I've heard that too. Tank says if I order online, I get it from Mary Maxim or Hirschner's. See, I was ordering from Hirschner's a good bit, but I find Hirschner's have started going up on their prices too. But for the longest time, I found they were one of the cheapest places to order from. Pamela says, but the sale on Bingo Day is just for that day, I think. And Sindy loves Hirschner's. Tank says you like the Halloween ones. Oh, the Halloween ones are gorgeous, and the universe yarn and the Christmas ones. Those are some gorgeous ones. And we also have Amanda that joined us. Hi, Amanda. How are you? And what are you working on? And Tank says Black Friday yarns were on sale even more today. Ooh, sweet. Sindy says I buy 5-weight Hobie ombre for slippers. That works great for slippers. And Kim says the Wool Warehouse in the UK is great too, and they ship to the US. Same with Lovecrafts. Crystal says I've been busy going through the stash for yarn for hats. Okay, we have Antoinette that joined us. How are you, Antoinette? And what are you working on? Jamie says, I love Hirschner's. I like to do my giveaways in the US through them. I can have them send it directly to someone. And really, a lot of times, sometimes that is the better route to go because, especially like when you're paying shipping and then you got to pay shipping again to send to someone else. Just send it straight to them. Lisa says, I am almost finished with the corner to corner I've been working on, trying to get rid of a migraine this morning. I hope your head feels better soon, Lisa. Yeah, I find like anytime like it tends to rain and stuff, or the threat of rain, I get headaches. Let's see. Kim says, yes, I love their gift system, but with every order, I write to suggest that they put free shipping codes to get with points. Yeah, that would be a good idea. And another thing too, a lot of the sites too, if you search online for coupon codes, you might be able to, get a percentage off, or sometimes you get free shipping. So always look for coupon codes to try to get the price down. Mm, yep, everyone has gone up on their prices, and you really do. You have to look for the sales now. Jamie says, I wonder if Hobie would let me do giveaways like that too. I would think they would, because really you should be able to have stuff sent to whoever you want. Let's see. Kim saying how the Hobie sales last 48 hours. Yeah, we go from cotton to Hobie. But Hobie has a lot of nice cotton yarn. Um, let's see. Tank saying Hobie does their sale for 48 hours if you were in the live. Um, and Jamie saying Hobie has some great deals today, especially on cotton. Antoinette says she finished her Bag O' Day connected granny shawl. Started on a cardigan this morning. Awesome. I'd love to see your granny shawl, or your connected granny shawl, Antoinette. And let's see, Kim saying, I love both Wool Warehouse and Lovecrafts and have had wonderful experiences with each other. See, I've never ordered from Lovecraft. Oh. Uh-oh. Tank's about to order yarn. Let's see. Yeah, Kim's saying the trick is to sign up to the site, add things to your cart, and let it sit. They will send you codes to use. Yeah, I have heard that sometimes they will do that. Things like I really shouldn't buy it because my friend is sending me some cotton next week. I think I'll back out. Okay, Jamie saying Hirschner said they wouldn't let her ship to Canada, so I had to use Canadian Mary Maxim instead. Oh, hi, Tamara Joe. How are you? And what are you currently working on? Okay, Antoinette says she'll send me a picture. Yeah, and for those that don't know, I do a finished projects video on the 15th of the month. So when y'all finish y'all projects, send me a picture and I can include them in that video. And in case anybody, like, say you want to show me what you worked on, but you don't want it in the video, please let me know that. I mean, I've never experienced someone saying, don't put my pictures in a video, but just in case. um, let's see. Jamie says she buys the yarn and has the company ship it to the winner. It's a time saver for her. And really, another thing too, you could always do it where, you let them order like up to so much, and then let them pick the yarn that they want. That's another option where they really, the winner would really get what they wanted, not what you pick for them. Let's see. Kim saying my mother-in-law, I guess she takes care for only uses one kind of yarn, and the only place I can get enough in the same color lot as Lovecraft's. Tank says she has this bug in her head that says, go ahead, order it, order it. Pamela says, does anyone know when the yarn companies help with yarn for people with a channel for projects? I think you really have to be a really big channel for like the yarn companies to send to you. Um, because I mean, I like people I've talked to, I've never really heard them saying that they've been contacted by yarn companies to send to them. Um, Now I know I've been contacted by diamond painting companies, cross stitch companies, that whisk bag company. But like all the companies I've been contacted by, they're outside the U.S. But never a yarn company. Um, Jamie says I usually call them up and place an order that way, and I got the impression from the operator that they don't ship to Canada and only the continental U.S. Ooh, Cindy's should get her Hirschner's order tomorrow. Okay, awesome, Antoinette. Let's see. Tank says, I'm doomed, but Honey says we don't have any more room. I live in a tiny home. It's only 480 square feet. Yeah, that's the thing, finding room for stuff. Still, sorry. Crystal says get an affiliate link and grow the channel. And even Joy says they only send to advertise, so yes, only big channels. Yeah, because I've never noticed like a small channel, saying anything about getting yarn sent to them. Let's see. Cindy says, time to add on a yarn room. Jamie says, I love getting the Premier Everyday DK from Hirschner's in their multi-packs. I think a skein is less than $3. Love it. Now, Tank, the ones that do the affiliate, which companies tend to do that? Do you know? Anita says, make your furniture all storage pieces like they show on Tiny House Nation. Yeah, now, my live, what day was it? Saturday's live, I talked about stuff to do with storing your yarn. So that may give y'all some ideas on how to store yarn. Tank says I actually hang it in bags from the rafters. All right, Shirley, I hope you have a good day. Kim says I have had yarn support for a few times, but it was the company contacting me and not the other way around. It just varies. As for affiliates, that is something different. See, I don't know if you have to use a script or not. Now I know like other channels I watch, like outside the Yarny community, I'll see them doing like basically ads in their videos to do with like HelloFresh. I've seen like cell phone cases, stuff like that. I've seen that type of thing. Um, Jamie says I know Darn Good Yarn does affiliates. Joy says I was joking with everyone when we had that cold streak a couple of weeks ago that I could put shelves up against the wall for my yarn to help insulate the house. Crystal says Premier Yarn does affiliate links. Not sure about the other companies. Tank says I ordered 17 bobbins and put them on dowel rods, hung sideways, and hung it from the rafters. That's a good idea. um, Kim says, I am an affiliate to several companies, but that just gives you about 10% of the purchase from your link. They do not send you anything, and she never used a script. Tank says, I know Furls has an affiliate, and one that Granny D does, and Premiere, I think. And Kim says, I am a Furls affiliate too. Oh, and Crystal has some shells insulating her walls. But yeah, I've never really known that much about like the whole affiliate link thing. Um, like I said, I've had some of those little companies outside the US contact me about, cross stitching, diamond painting, those like little tote bag things. And actually the cross stitching company, the one that I just recently did a video on, they contacted me again. So I'm going to be getting some more stuff from them. But they have like really beautiful cross stitching kits, and I love how they separate the floss and by the color number, so that way you know what's what. Um, and then the whisk bags, they have a lot of really nice ones. I use them as tote bags for my projects. Um, Anita says you have to be sponsored by the company to get their product, and they only go for the channels that show their yarn a lot. Yeah, and I also have gotten the impression that you kind of like they really want you to use their yarn for your project. So it may also kind of keep you from being able to use other yarns on your channel. I'm not sure exactly, but um and if you think about it, Red Heart, I mean, if you notice, like Morley Bird usually uses Red Heart. And I think that's really the only thing she uses on her channel. And then the Crochet Crown Mikey, he tends to always use Red Heart. Let's see. Lisa says she used to cross stitch a lot years ago. Yeah, that was one of like my early crafts that I did. I think I learned around when I was around 7. My sister would cross stitch and she taught me. But like the funny thing is, I would have so many whips with cross stitching because I would start something, then start another project, and especially if I made a mistake, I would just like go and start something else. Now, whenever I picked it back up as an adult, I was like, I am not starting anything else until I finish what I'm working on. But then Yarn Crafts took over. Let's see. Yeah, Joy says, I've heard of some affiliate links having a lot of restrictions, so you have to watch. Yeah, I had seen that Tank, that Dee had recently done the whisk bags. Yeah, I did it. I had gotten some, probably been about 2 months now whenever I did the video on it, maybe a month ago, something like that. Yeah, Crystal says Morley Bird is sponsored completely by Red Heart. I hope William continues to do better, Tank. Kim says, when I was contacted by yarn companies, I was not sponsored for them, but I have done some test knits for several big time designers, and my projects were featured on their channels. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah. Lisa saying how Bag O'Day won't do affiliate links for companies because she wants to do what she wants to do. And Kim says, yes, you have to have wording every time you post an affiliate link. Yeah, because like the companies that I've done like for the cross stitching and diamond painting and the whisk bags, yeah, they give you links that you have to include in the description box of your videos. So, they have you do that. And then they usually have some type of promotion, and they have you give a code where you get like so much off if you use that code. Let's see. Kim says, I have been contacted for commission sample pieces for magazines, but turn them down because it is a legal contract and that deadlines have to be met. No exceptions. It's a full time job. Pamela says, I love Mikey with Crochet Crowd. He is funny and real. Tamara Joe says, I love to crochet. Same here, not enough room for extra yarn. Yeah, like I was saying on Saturday's live, I talked about a lot of storage options. So that's something that may give you ideas, because like wall space is something that you can utilize. But in the same aspect, some storage methods are, they may not protect your yarn the best. So I typically would say those are better for short time storage. Where if you're doing long time storage, you really want to protect the yarn because critters can get in, mold, um, different things can damage yarn. Let's see. All right, it's getting to be about that time. Yeah, dust. That's what I was forgetting to say. Dust. Yeah, one thing, like dust tends to be attracted to, like, especially if you have a lot of vehicles passing around on your road, or you have like a shell driveway, stuff like that causes dust to attract. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start wrapping things up. Like I said, tomorrow I'll be doing my Crochet Tuesday video, show the progress of my bod shawl. Uh, I think that's pretty much. Then I have my lives, Knitting Friday. I'm going to try to do one of my shout out videos this week. It's been a while since I've done a shout out video. Um, let's see. Tamara Joe says, I'm dealing with too much moisture in our tiny home, so it's hard to keep cotton yarn inside here. Oh, yeah. When Anita goes live with me, um, well, actually, okay, she goes live tomorrow on her live. She's going to have a special guest. And when she comes live with me later this month, she's going to have that same special guest. I can't wait to spend time with him. Yeah, and Kim's going to be going live with me this month too. Jamie says I saw goats. I will definitely check them out. Yeah. Jamie says we build our walls and ceilings 10 foot high. And yes, all the wall space is utilized as well. But mine is all covered in plastic. Oh, Kim's about to turn a shed into a yarn-born studio, but doing drywall, etc., like a tiny home. It will be a whole series on my channel. Oh yeah, Jamie, you will fall in love with Little Bisky. He's precious. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can find the picture that Anita shared with me. If I can find it easily. Me and Anita talk a lot. But she had sent it to me on Messenger. Let's see. Let's see if I can find it. But it's so cute. Yep, Anita, we talk a lot. I don't know if I'm going to easily be able to find it. Oh, I know how to find it easy. I got a way. I just thought about it. Let's see. I'm trying to find it. I see all the cat gifs. I don't know. I may not be able to find it. I'm not finding it. No, I'm not finding it easily. Sorry about that. I was hoping I could find it. Let's see. Yep, me and Anita act goofy a lot. I'm a bad influence on her. Let's see. Um, for pictures, you can send pictures to me at any time for the finished projects video. Um, normally, well, normally I tend to work on the video the day I put it up. I always say I'm gonna start on it sooner, and I never do. But if it don't make it into that video, it would go into the following one. Because if I've already, started, gotten to a certain point, then I can't, I won't be able to add it to the next video. But normally if you have it submitted by the end of the day, the 14th, it should make it into the 15th video. But like I said, I get more pictures, I just start a new folder for the following month. If they don't make it in that video. Yeah, I was looking in the photos, but I don't know, I didn't see it. But on my I think it was my Knitting Friday video, my last one, I did share the links for Anita's shorts that she did on Little Bisky. Let's see. All right. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching today. I enjoyed chatting with everyone, and I hope y'all learned some new things about cotton. And next Monday, I will be doing another yarn fiber. I'm not sure which fiber I'm going with yet, but I am planning to cover all the different yarn fibers on my Monday lives. So that's what I'm planning to do. And again, I want to thank those that will be watching on replay. And if you do watch the replay, please leave a comment. Let me know. If you have questions about cotton yarn, feel free to ask. So I'm going to go ahead and play my little closing video now. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm hitting the wrong buttons. Somehow I got it on big screen. Okay, here it is. All right. All right, so I hope everybody has a fabulous Yarny day. Be the light, and bye.